Hi guys, welcome back. I am the Reaper 498, part of the Ghost Squad. Today we're bringing you a video on Express. Now obviously, as you will see, I do die a lot. I use the M16 tactical rifle and it is in diamond, so yeah, I have been sweating recently. If you could possibly subscribe, hit those notification bells just to keep up to date with us. And if you fancy it, why not check us out on Twitter as well. I'll leave all details in the description below. Now as we continue here, we have some news today. Which is good because the news might take you away from how bad the actual gameplay footage is. Now one thing I will say is that the E3 conference, the live conference, has been cancelled officially. Now that means that there will be no live events. There will be hopefully digital events, we'll have to wait and see with that. But as last year, if I'm almost 100% sure, we did have a digital event last year. It wasn't fantastic, it was okay, but there was a lot going on last year. This year we're learning to live with everything, so we'll see what happens. Another thing we've also learned today is that the Summer Festival Games, or Game Festival, will still be going ahead this year. So in all fairness, we will have something that we can look forward to, moan about, rant about, or even just be happy about. Some people do like different games, and that is a concept that a lot of people will be happy for, even if they can't get to see E3. Now another thing in the news today was the fact that Bethesda has now had another lawsuit brought against them, this time for Fallout 4. And the reason for this one is to do with the DLC that they promised fans from the word go, that never actually, well, it did transpire, but what happened was they released a DLC, it was stripped back bare bones, and then they tried to release what they promised to fans as another DLC, basically using it as a cash camel to make more money, as seems to be a very given thing nowadays with all companies. And my idea is basically that, companies like EA, Activision, Bethesda, they all literally do the same thing. I think they all sit around the dinner table and they literally talk about how they can rip off players as much as possible. And I'm getting actually pretty pissed off with it. But at the moment, there's not much I can do until I can get my voice heard. And then, well, let's face facts, I'll probably be on every nuisance list there is. Now, the next thing we heard today as well is the fact that Sony and Microsoft are both have lawsuits against them now, all to do with the stick drift. Now, the problem with this is, and this is what amazes me about this, they make consoles that do things that, 10, 20 years ago we couldn't possibly imagine, right? The games that are coming out are, well, let's face facts, the ones that work are fantastic, but the ones that don't work, yeah, do you know what, it is what it is. And to be honest with you, the fact that their hardware is struggling with their stick drift and everything else. Now the problem is, and I have got the new Xbox Elite Series 2 controller. It was bought for me as a gift, and a friend of mine did also get it as well. He got his for Christmas, and the thing is, he's already stated that he is starting to get stick drift. And yeah, okay, it's still in warranty, that's fantastic. But what happens in, say, 12 months, 13 months, 14 months, a year and a half? What happens then? Can he send it back and get it fixed then? No, probably not. Why? Because they'll expect us just to pay another £160 for another controller. Now obviously our friends over in America and Canada and Australia and New Zealand will be paying a lot more for that one controller than what we do, but still at the same time you think that with that amount of money they would make it work. With that said and done, that is just part of, gaming nowadays. You buy something, you expect it to work, and that's a mistake we all make. Let's face facts, all we have to do is look at Cyberpunk and Call of Duty Cold War. Now, with that said and done, I will apologise, because Cold War has actually started to step up and ramp up the gameplay, and ramp up what they're planning to bring, that they should have brought from day one. Okay? Now the next thing I want to talk about obviously is the new DLC that they're going to be bringing, or Warzone's new DLC. Now obviously they're going to be changing this. I've heard that it's going to be at the start of March, mid-March, and it's going to be changing over from the Verdansk Modern Warfare version to basically the Cold War era. Now am I looking forward to this? To be honest with you, I haven't really played that much of Warzone. I can actually turn around and say, no, do you know what, I am definitely going to enjoy this, I'll definitely play it. And to be honest with you, I don't even have Warzone on my hard drive. That, it's just one of those things I don't have. And it just seems to be that if they're going to release it, then hopefully they release it and it works well. I do wish them all the best for it. Let's face facts, I've had a really, really, really rocky start. And let's face facts, if they can make one thing good, then I'm sure people will start to forgive them eventually. Basically, by common factor, what's going to happen is they won't start apologising or forgiving them until next year, this year when the next Call of Duty comes out, and everybody realises that this one this year wasn't that bad. If they start to say that though, I will point it out and tell them that no, this one was bad. And yeah, like I said, I do have diamond camos. I was ranked 463 last season, or 473, but still, it wasn't good enough for what they released. A couple of other things obviously we will talk about is the zombies. A few people have been asking, is this the end of zombies standard campaign, or the way they do the maps usually, and with this outbreak mode coming, is this what we're going to be looking at? And personally, I don't think it is, and I think it's more to do with the fact that they're looking to see if they can release a game with more gameplay, games and game modes in it that people will actually play. Now obviously what they don't want to do is, they don't want to give us a game, or half-finished game, that, has only got maybe one or two modes in it. They would like to give us something else. Now I did see a couple of tweets today about people talking about how they would like to see a campaign in zombies. Now that actually did strike me as very, very interesting. Now while I say interesting, what I mean by that is obviously I don't play campaign in any Call of Duty because it doesn't interest me anymore. I've seen it, I've played it, I've done it. It's pretty much the same story mode you can get. Yes, okay, they've got new characters and but it's not what I'm looking for anymore. But could they do it in zombies? Could they make zombies that bit better? Well, do you know what? Yeah, they probably could actually, because like I said, Outbreak is definitely one of my favourite game modes at the moment. I do like Zombies, Die Machina, Firebase C, and it is what it is. It's enjoyable. It's actually more enjoyable than getting smashed about a map. But anyway guys, I'm out of time. Thank you very much for watching. God bless, good luck and peace out.